Oh, God.
Yo, welcome to Trippy Commentaries and our Jurassic World preview. We just saw the trailer. We have a lot to break down as, unfortunately, the last two movies were really not that great. The first one was an all-time classic.
Epic.
One of the best of all time. Will the fourth one be a return to legendary status for the series? It stars Chris Pratt, and I guess we'll kind of break down the basic premise of it, because so far that's really all we know as far as what's going on. We do know a lot of the actors that will be starring in the movie. I'm RJ here with Justin.
Hey, what's up?
Also K-Mac.
Yo, what's going on?
Justin, what can you tell us as far as, I know the basic premise is we're back on the first island. I think the main thing we're looking at is this new hybrid dinosaur that's probably going to be unleashed and cause the destruction that we expect from this movie.
Yeah, every Jurassic Park movie has that one special dinosaur that is the main, antagonist, if you will. So we're going to be seeing that, and they're going to do the hide and seek thing. You're going to see parts of it. You're not going to see all of it for a while. Part of the trailer, you see it chasing Chris Pratt. It looks pretty vicious with these giant claws.
Yeah.
Thing's going to be a monster, and how the hell are they going to kill it?
Yeah, by looking at the trailer, the main storyline, as we said, is going to be probably this hybrid dinosaur. It's a beast. Chris Pratt's character is going to have to search it down and find it, probably kill it. You can tell by the scratch marks on the wall from the first section of the trailer there, where they're talking about how it escaped. You can tell that's the same dinosaur that they are showing off later on in the trailer when it's chasing Chris Pratt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But we also saw that huge dinosaur megalodon looking thing that ate the shark. Is that something different altogether?
Yeah,
It's got to be.
Yeah, it's like a Mosasaurus or something. I guess they're using it as like their version of SeaWorld's Shamu to kind of put on display. It's kind of funny they use the great white shark to hold over, which is kind of like the king of the sea, if you will. And then this thing's obviously way bigger. It kind of looks like a crocodile mixed with flap, fins on it. So
something
pretty crazy.
Yeah, something
huge.
really prehistoric,
Almost like Godzilla.
The scale compared to the great white shark, it's got to be hundreds of feet long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And this scene here with this boat, it was just kind of a quick tease. They showed it. I'm pretty sure that thing's going to be involved with that scene. Even
now,
though
what we know so far, this is 22 years after, I guess, the original Jurassic Park. From that, that nightmare that happened on the island here. They have created an actual Jurassic World, a whole new park. They've done it right.
They finished it. They finished John Ammon's vision.
Exactly. Now, what ends up happening, I guess, is that people start losing interest in it, and they need to come up with something new, something big, something unheard of. The wow factor that is very common nowadays with a lot of theme parks in general.
Mm-hmm.
So they go with that. Now they find a way that they can make hybrid dinosaurs. So what do you guys think here? What do you think the hybrid dinosaur consists of?
It's got to be a T-Rex, right? That's got to be involved in some aspect because of the size.
Now you got to remember, in all the movies, a main character of the dinosaurs has been the Raptors. The Raptors has been like that main one. They're smarter than most of the humans in the movies.
Mm-hmm.
They always outsmart people, and they kind of seem to be the ultimate predator if they were bigger.
And, well, from what we can also tell, it seems like Chris Pratt's character is going to be involved with the Raptors as well.
Yeah, Chris Pratt apparently he's studying the behavior of the raptors, and as we know, they're some of the smartest dinosaurs. So at the end of the trailer, he's on a motorcycle, and he's got a group of raptors,
Yeah, he's got
like
pack
a little pack of raptors like around him to protect him, perhaps, as he's traveling across the park, trying to avoid that badass mutant dinosaur here. So he will be having some close relations with them.
It's going to be an interesting spin on this.
I don't know how the hell you're going to tame a raptor. I mean, that's something. But this is also,
Why would you try?
Well, I mean, you got to think about it. I mean, people have tamed animals that would normally kill a person out in the wild.
Right.
People tame lions, all kinds of animals, and you see these guys that are living with lions and wrestling around with them. I mean, why couldn't you eventually, over time, understand the animal, be able to teach it not to want to eat you, because you might give it food or something, and maybe be pretty cool with it. I mean,
I just want to ride around on him like it's my own personal Yoshi.
Hell no. So Chris Pratt, we're looking at him to be maybe the next Muldoon, but he can actually talk and
The Whisperer.
He's the Whisperer.
The Raptor.
Velociraptor Whisperer.
Apparently his name is Owen. Another thing, the Raptors do not have feathers like we saw in Jurassic Park 3.
Not
Thank
exotic,
God.
not exotic Raptor.
Jurassic Park 3 was so bad. The Lost World was really not that great either, but we would take something closer to that than
They
Jurassic
need to
Park
redeem
3 at this
themselves,
point.
man. They really do.
I think they will. This is Steven Spielberg's, whole production team. The first credit you kind of see in the trailer is from executive producer Steven Spielberg. So he's fully behind this, and he wants to see this through and make it the best movie it can be.
Yeah. So what do we think about the stars? We have Chris Pratt, who's coming off of a great performance. And by the way, this picture here is the one that I was talking about, that we kind of know that a T-Rex has got to be involved, possibly spliced with a raptor.
Right.
Yep.
He's looking at the scratches right there, and those are the same ones found at the other location.
And this picture here, too, he's got arms. So maybe they make a T-Rex that
with
has arms.
And he's smart.
That's maybe got the head of a raptor. Who knows?
Crazy.
It's hybrid, so.
Definitely let us know what you guys think about that. We're pretty hyped up for this movie. So we have Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard. Those are the two main actors that I think we can name so far. You have the kids.
Yeah, of course.
I think those are the two that we can really look at because we know all about them, especially Chris Pratt was great in Guardians of the Galaxy, but this is a much different role. I'm a little bit worried. I know a lot of people love this guy, and he's definitely the guy who can hopefully pull it off, but we'll see.
Well, at first, when I heard who was in it, I was like, it's kind of weak. But just watching the trailer here, I mean, I think they play the characters that they are intended to play pretty good. I think they'll do a good enough job. As long as the character development is there, then I don't really think it's going to matter who the actual actors are.
Yeah.
Because they're all professionals. They're going to play it off as best as they
Absolutely.
can. And Steven Spielberg ain't going to have some hack-ass actors in a movie that he's trying to make be, as big as the first one was. So.
Exactly, and Chris Pratt, he's been around a while, but he's just gotten on the mainstream radar.
He's
on Parks and Rec, and he's really goofy on that show, but he's great.
Yep.
Then he was in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Also very goofy.
Very goofy, but also more action-packed, and now he's trying to get more serious. And as Parks and Rec is ending, this might be his catapult into movie stardom.
Yeah,
But
think
yeah,
so.
and it looks like he'll probably be some kind of a smart ass in this, kind of
Right.
that character, kind of keeping the comedy going, but also being the front guy. So
I'm sure he'll have
I think
some
it's gonna work.
one-liners.
Yeah, I think it's gonna work.
What's also promising is that the effects teams on these movies, it's going to be Industrial Light and Magic, obviously Lucas, that's the best in the business, and also Stan Winston's company, Legacy. He did Terminator, he did tons of movies back in the day. Talking about real effects, not just CGI. So
So it definitely remains to be seen if he's going to be able to pull this off. I think, judging by the trailers, Bryce Dallas Howard looks like she's going to be able to pull off her character. She had the scream in the trailer and everything, so I like the direction of her. But like I said, there's really not a whole lot more to break down as far as a lot of these other characters. You were saying possible replacement for Nedry kind of character, maybe?
yeah, a guy from a show, New Girl. I can't even really name the actor, but he's pretty funny, and he's a good guy. I think he sounds like he's going to be a computer programmer.
Okay.
They're hiring some younger guys that are kind of under the radar besides Chris Pratt, but I'm really stoked about the soundtrack for this movie. It's not going to be John Williams. I think he's going to be busy with the new Star Wars. But the new guy, Michael Giacchino, I think his name is.
Yeah.
He's
Got
kind
some
of he's
Emmys.
going to lift some of the themes as you heard in the trailer at the end.
Yeah,
the
the
classic
little
slow
Mary,
piano as people are getting mutilated.
Yeah.
And
Beautiful.
And the director though worries me. He's only got like 2 or 3 movies under his belt.
Yeah.
Very limited experience. So I think he was kind of just like a front man for the whole Spielberg production team.
Right.
They've been working for a decade on this movie. There's been many rewrites, different actors in the role. They finally went young, and I think they might have got a hit here.
I think I know who's definitely going to die in this movie. Vincent D'Onofrio. He's playing the CFO of the corporation that's in charge of Jurassic World.
And we
which
don't even
know is
see him
gonna
in
go
the
to hell.
trailer yet, but
No.
we've seen him in the credits. And
Maybe he flies out there to try to run shit. And then
is
he's
he
gonna
the
eat.
equivalent of the lawyer who gets eaten on
When
the
you
shooter?
gotta go, you gotta go.
There you go.
Jake Johnson, we kind of know him, so we'll see how they use him in this movie as well. Interesting cast, as you were talking about. Interesting production crew we have here. Definitely good to see the Spielberg team on it, but they were involved with that third movie as well. So still,
Yeah.
we need to see proof here. Anything else we're looking at from this trailer here? Because they showed off a lot of interesting things. I did not see the Dilophosaurus. I know we talked about Dennis Nedry. We definitely need to see the spitter there. Hopefully they come back.
Well, I'm sure the movie's going to start off with showing all different kinds of dinosaurs that are on the island.
Yeah.
It's going to develop very slowly. It's going to start off like everything is perfect. So yeah, I think we're going to definitely be able to see a lot of the dinosaurs that we saw in the first one. I imagine we're going to kind of keep that same template. Probably similar what Hammond had, originate the original idea. But as we see in this one, they got like this new the gyrosphere ball.
It's like an orb that you're in as you're
moving
floating
around.
through the
So they've
fields.
tried. It looks like they've beefed up things for people's protection. But
Hopefully they're crush proof from a brontosaurus.
Well, we did.
Doesn't look like it.
It does. Yeah, we did see, of course, a quick pic of the gyrosphere completely shredded
Smashed with
and
a tooth
torn
in it,
open.
yeah.
Hopefully the kids are out by then. But definitely reminiscent of the Jeep scene there from the T-Rex attack in Jurassic Park 1.
Yeah, there might be a lot of those throwback tributes. This is basically a continuation of that story. 22 years later,
Yeah.
the park is complete, and now it's going to go to hell.
now, are we going to get a water ripple scene? Is it going to happen?
Oh man, there's definitely. I mean, are we gonna get the classic Raptor scenes where you have kind of a person trapped close quarters? It looked like we were probably gonna get the kid in one of those scenarios, as we saw something like that in the trailer. But the one thing that I was looking at was the Raptors kind of ran right past Chris Pratt as he was on that motorcycle. Now we know Chris Pratt has a relationship with the Raptors, so are you attributing it to them not wanting to kill Pratt because of that, or is it because there's something bigger to hunt?
Well, what I'm thinking is if this is a hybrid dinosaur that comes out, maybe these dinosaurs are going to see this as a threat to begin with because it's something that's not natural. So maybe he is able to train these raptors enough to kind of help him try to take out this dinosaur, which kind of puts a new spin on things. But I think it makes it interesting. I mean, I give hats off to them for not trying to rush this. Obviously, they've had so many different storylines written. They didn't want to just come out with any basic movie because I think they felt the past two were terrible, and they know this. So credit to them for taking their time, and hopefully, 10 years later, this is going to be an epic movie for us to watch. Because the first one was just so good. I mean, especially for our age that we were at when we saw it. I remember, I saw it probably 5 times in the movie theater.
Yeah, it was epic.
And it was ridiculous. So hopefully they can kind of bring that back in this one.
They have such great content to work with here. I mean, dinosaurs, islands out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
The dinos are running free, but in this case, they kind of held them captive once again to start off with. We don't know how they're going to break out, or at least are all of them going to break out? I'm assuming the power is going to go down.
And it looks like there's a ton of people there when some of these dinosaurs break, because there's a ton of people running, so might be some pretty good kill scenes for the dinosaurs.
Probably going to be pretty good, guys. I think there's a lot to look forward to based on the trailer.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's one of the best trailers that I've seen in a while. They did a great job at making it. Along with the new Star Wars trailer as well. We're pretty hyped up for both of those movies.
Yeah.
So hopefully they pay off next year. We're pretty excited. Let us know what you guys think of the upcoming Jurassic World. Anything you want to leave off here with Justin? Like K-Max said, we were such big fans of that first movie. They could easily make this a true classic, but they could also fuck it up.
Yeah, you just worry about the CGI. I'm already kind of seeing the difference between the real stuff they filmed in the CGI just in the trailer. But this is just the first trailer. There will be a couple more. More will be revealed. We might be completely wrong about some of these assumptions, but that's what we do here at Trippy Comms. We're analyzing what we see.
Yep.
Bryce Dallas Howard remains to be seen whether we know she can play like the bitchy role here.
Yeah.
I want to see some she's going to survive. She's going to fall in love with Chris Pratt. I mean, let's just avoid the stereotypes. Let's get something new and original that will last a whole nother generation.
Yep.
Thank you guys for joining us for a Jurassic World preview. More to come as more information comes out. We'll definitely bring you more previews as, once again, we're extremely hyped up. Make sure to stay tuned here at Trippy Commentaries. Please subscribe if you're new. We really appreciate it. I'm RJ for Justin and K-Mac. Stay tuned. More importantly, stay trippy, my friends.